That story I'm telling is about me. I ended up living a life of prostitution for almost 5 years. I was beaten, raped, almost set on fire, beaten so badly I was unrecognizable. The shame and the guilt that I lived with for so many years, because I figured I made that choice, not understanding that I was coerced into the lifestyle that I was living. And I didn't know how to get out of it. And even when I did get out of it, I got right back in it. And then when I did totally get out of it, then I got into the strip clubs. Because I didn't know anything else. There was nobody there that was on my side. There was nobody there praying for me. There was nobody there that even wanted to deal with me because I was trash. So for 20-something years, I hid the secret of living that type of lifestyle. And I continued in abusive relationships. I didn't get the healing that I needed until God. There's a few things that I really need to say in this. If you see someone who is in prostitution, and I know every person in this room knows somebody that is either selling themselves, that is working in a strip club, that is doing pornography. Do not judge them, because you don't know how they got there. You don't know the circumstances that took them to that place. You don't know where they came from. And it's time the church stops judging. It is time for the church, because they're coming to the church. They're coming looking for that love and that affection and that understanding. And so when they come in, yeah, they may come in with some clothing that may not be appropriate. Don't go to them and say, excuse me, I'm going to need you to sit back here in the back. That's not what Jesus would have done. And that's not what he did. He did not judge. And that's not what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to judge. There are so many hurting women, hurting young ladies. How many are sitting on the church pews, putting on that face, I'm okay, I'm good, in the best clothes, the big old hats, a dressed up mess. It's time that we start loving our sisters. This is not a competition. We are not competing. There's not a man worth competing for. There's not a job worth competing for. There's not a purse worth competing for. The clothes, that does not make you. That's right. You know, we talked the other day, probably about a month and a half ago, I was diagnosed as having PTSD. Duh. Wow. That makes sense. But here's the thing. I was ashamed to go to seek professional help for my mental health, because 10 years ago when I went to do that, I was judged by the church. If you had enough faith in God, if you trusted God more, you wouldn't need that medication. Listen, God created doctors for our physical health, but he also created doctors for our mental health. He can help yes, I totally believe that God can heal anything. But the reality is, there are mental health professionals